Minister Amit Shah was in Birbhum on day 2 of his Bengal visit. He held a massive roadshow in Bolpur and also hit out at Mamta on her turf. Shah repeated the Sonar Bangla pledge and said that Bengal needs paribartan or change this time.
Shah's massive show of strength on Mamta turf. On the second day of his Bengal visit, Shah was in Birbhum, holding a mega roadshow from Humana Mandir to Bolpur Circle, surrounded by a huge sloganeering crowd.
आज कहना चाहता हूं कि आज के जैसा रोड शो मैंने मेरे जीवन में नहीं देखा। और ये जो रोड शो दिखाई पड़ता है वो बंगाल की जनता का जो ममता दीदी के प्रति गुस्सा है उसको दिखाता है।
Home Minister Amit Shah has embarked on his roadshow here in Birbhum district in West Bengal. But which way are the winds blowing? We'll only find out in 2021.
Shah made a renewed paribartan pitch, appealing to people to give BJP a chance to change Bengal.
बंगाल की जनता परिवर्तन करना चाहती है। ये परिवर्तन कोई एक व्यक्ति मुख्यमंत्री बदलने का परिवर्तन नहीं है। ये परिवर्तन जो होने जा रहा है बंगाल में, ये बंगाल के विकास के लिए परिवर्तन है, बंगाल को आगे बढ़ाना।
Hitting out at Mamta, Shah said it was time to end TMC's extortion and bullying.
परिवर्तन है, वो परिवर्तन बांग्लादेश से जो घुसपैठ होती है, वो घुसपैठ को रोकने के लिए। ये परिवर्तन है, वो परिवर्तन राजनीतिक हिंसा को समाप्त करने के लिए परिवर्तन है। और ये परिवर्तन है की दादागिरी समाप्त करने का।
Earlier, Shah also visited family of Bengal's traditional folk singer community and had lunch at their house. He was treated with a performance by the folk singers.
ये देखिए, ये जनसैलाब इस बात का संदेश है कि ममता जी जा रही है और भारतीय जनता पार्टी आ रही है। ये जितने भी लोग हैं, इनका उत्साह जोश जो देख रहे हैं आप, ये माफिया राज के खिलाफ है, ये ममता जी की सामंतशाही के खिलाफ है, ये ममता जी के सत्ता के अहंकार के खिलाफ है।
Shah's visit was high on symbolism. He began the day by visiting Vishwa Bharati University in Shanti Niketan, where he paid floral tributes to Nobel laureate Rabindranath Tagore, who founded the university with just 5 students nearly 100 years ago.
This is the power of people on the streets of Birbhum. Not just support to a party, but also ensuring that the massive crowd is signifying a lot many more things than what meets the eye. With camera person Tapas Berry, this is Manokya Loiwal in Birbhum for India Today.
As Home Minister Amit Shah visited the Vishwa Bharati University in Shanti Niketan and paid floral tributes to Nobel laureate Rabindranath Tagore, back in Kolkata, the TMC staged a protest outside Tagore's house. TMC workers put up placards with images of Shah placed above Tagore, saying that the images used by BJP is an insult to Tagore. The protest was presided by several TMC leaders, including Bengal Minister Shashi Panja and TMC MP Sudeep Bandyopadhyay. Taking a jibe at Shah's Bolpur visit, TMC slammed the Union Home Minister, saying that every time Shah visits Bengal, it's an assault on the culture of Bengal. Meanwhile, West Bengal Chief Minister Mamta Banerjee targeted the centre, saying that it's interfering with the state government by transferring police officers. She thanked her counterparts in different states for showing solidarity, according to her, with the people of Bengal and reaffirming their commitment to federalism.
Regarding vis-a-vis the visiting Home Minister to Shanti Niketan, you already have realized that we have known of sections of students who are protesting since yesterday because they feel politicization of the campus is not acceptable. So that is the background, and that was what was happening when the Home Minister went there. You know, this is kind of an exhibition. It should come naturally. So we feel that every Bengal visit of Bharatiya Janata Party and its leaders comes with an assault on the Bengali culture.
At a time when Home Minister Amit Shah is on a visit to Shantiniketan, and he has also paid his tributes to Rabindranath Tagore at Vishwa Bharati here in Kolkata, right at the doorstep of Jurashako Thakurbari, the ancestral residence, the birthplace of Rabindranath Tagore. The Trinamool Congress Chhatra Parishad today is holding a unique protest. They have started a cultural program here at the doorstep of Jurashako Thakurbari, and they are trying to register their protests. What the Trinamool Congress calls is an insult to Rabindranath Tagore, because what the Trinamool is referring to are posters that have been put up in Bolpur, in Shantiniketan, in which Amit Shah's photograph comes above Rabindranath Tagore's photograph, and that has irked the Trinamool Congress.
In a big outreach to protesting farmers, Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited the Gurudwara Rakabganj Sahib on Sunday morning. The Prime Minister visited the Gurudwara as a normal devotee to avoid any inconvenience to others. Also paid his tribute to the 9th Sikh Guru Tegh Bahadur.
Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Pita ji de bachan bade pyare ne sanu savdhan kita hai kehde ne beet jai hai janam akaaj re.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi at Delhi's historic Gurudwara Rakabganj, paying an unscheduled visit early on Sunday to a revered Gurudwara in Delhi. Rakabganj Shrine has shaped and nurtured the Sikh history in India. Modi bowed his head at the Gurudwara and paid tribute to the 9th Sikh Guru Tegh Bahadur for his supreme sacrifice.
ਜੇ ਤੇਰੀ ਸੋਚ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤਬਦੀਲੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਈ ਨਿਸ ਦਿਨ ਸੁਣ ਕੇ ਪੁਰਾਣ ਸਮਝੋ ਨਾ.
Guru Tegh Bahadur has laid down his life battling the religious persecution by the then emperor. Prime Minister also participated in the Ardas. No special arrangements were made for the Prime Minister at the Gurudwara, who visited as a common devotee. No traffic barriers were put in place, nor movement of people or devotees were restricted for PM's visit.
उन्होंने आके मत्था टेके और रुमाला चढ़ाया ते ਅਸੀਂ ਸਰੂਪਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਤੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਫਿਰ ਮੈਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਤਿਹਾਸ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਮੈਂ ਇਤਿਹਾਸ ਆਪਣਾ ਸੁਣਾਇਆ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਵੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਆ ਕੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਅੱਛਾ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਕੂਨ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਮੈਂ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਆਇਆ.
The PM later tweeted, saying that he's blessed to have visited the revered shrine.
As the deadlock between the farmers and the government continued, the Prime Minister has sought an outreach by making a symbolic gesture of coming to Gurudwara Rakabganj. But it's farmers' demand that they don't just want to speak to the top officials or, for that matter, ministers of Modi government. They want a direct intervention from the Prime Minister.
His visit to one of the most popular Gurudwaras assumes significance as it comes at a time when farmers, especially from Punjab, are protesting against the 3 farm laws enacted by his government.
प्रधानमंत्री जी आए हैं, जी आए नु वेलकम है. यहाँ तो गुरु नानक घर में कोई आए, राजा आए, रंग आए, हर सबके लिए सब बराबर है. और लेकिन जब दूसरी जगह देखते हैं कि आज 25 दिन से हमारे किसान भाई जो बेचारे धरने पर बैठे हैं अपने प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं, वो उसके बावजूद भी उन्हें जाकर मिला नहीं जा रहा, तो मैं समझता हूं बड़े दुख की बात है.
ਮੱਥਾ ਟੇਕਣ ਤਾਂ ਆਏ ਸੀਗੇ ਪਰ ਸਾਡੇ ਕਿਸਾਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਦੁੱਖ ਵੀ ਸਮਝਣ ਜੀ. ਅੱਜ 1 ਮਹੀਨਾ ਹੋ ਚੁੱਕਿਆ ਜੀ, ਕੋਈ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗ ਹੈ ਘੱਟੋ ਘੱਟ 40 ਮੌਤਾਂ ਹੋ ਚੁੱਕੀਆਂ ਜੀ. ਉਦੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੁਝ ਨਾ ਕੁਝ ਦੇਖਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਜੀ.
Modi has reached out to the protesters on a number of occasions of late, explaining the benefits of farm reforms that the legislations aim to empower them.
With the Prime Minister making a very symbolic visit here at Gurudwara Rakabganj, and perhaps many believe in divine intervention, even as many feel that both sides have a hardened stance leading to a prolonged sort of a situation, and only believe that there has to be a certain middle ground for both sides to come and agree. With camera person Sanjeev, this is Kamaljeet Sandhu in Delhi for India Today.
Day 25 of the farmer protest. Farmers have refused to budge. They've decided to sit on a day-long hunger strike on Monday. This after the protesters paid homage to those who died amid the stir. A happy tummy, meanwhile, is helping farmers still keep up their spirits.
The deadlock between farmers and centre continues. Despite the winter chilling, farmers continue to sit undeterred, in no mood to back off. They have announced day-long relay hunger strike on Monday.
कल से 24 घंटे का रिले हंगर स्ट्राइक, क्रमिक अनशन जिसको बोलते हैं, 8 घंटे का नहीं, 24 घंटे का रिले हंगर स्ट्राइक जितनी भी साइट्स हैं, सब पे शुरू होगा।
हमारी कोई जिद नहीं है, किसान की कोई जिद नहीं है, किसान का राइट है।
2-3 साल के बाद इसका रिजल्ट आएगा, किसानी बिल्कुल खत्म हो जाएगी।
किसान एकता, हरियाणा पंजाब एकता, किसान मजदूर एकता, किसान मजदूर।
And lifting their spirits is the delicious food being served at the borders, complete with piping hot pizzas and soups.
सिंगू बॉर्डर पे पहले भी पिज्जा जब बांटा गया तो कुछ लोगों ने सोशल मीडिया पे ऑब्जेक्शन उठाया, ये कैसे किसान है, ये पिज्जा कर रहे हैं, पार्टी कर रहे हैं, आंदोलन कर रहे हैं।
क्यों किसान किसी से कम नहीं है, ठीक है जी। पहली बात तो अपना खाते हैं, अपना कमाते हैं, किसी से धोखा नहीं करते।
हमारी गवर्नमेंट ये कहती है भी किसान पिज्जा कैसे खा सकते हैं, यहाँ पे बनाने वाले भी किसान ही है। हमने खुद सीखा है ये किसको कैसे बनाते हैं, ये हमारी खुद की मशीनें हैं।
Not just food, the supporters were even seen distributing turbans for the agitating farmers.
2-3 लाख रुपए का कपड़ा लेके आए हैं
यहाँ पर पड़ा
के लिए। हाँ,
और कितने दिन से बांट रहे हैं?
अभी 5 रोज से बांध रहे हैं। डेली 250-300 में बांध देते हैं।
आज प्रशासन के अधिकारियों से जो वार्ता हुई है।
On Sunday morning, the protesting farmers paid their tributes to those who died during the stir. While the centre and farmers continue to be at the loggerheads, these farmers seem to have developed a system of their own to sit and survive on borders away from their homes. With Ashutosh Mishra at Singhu border, Bureau Report, India Today.
The rapid transmission of a newly discovered strain of the coronavirus in the United Kingdom has prompted Prime Minister Boris Johnson to put London under another lockdown, with restrictions being similar to what were imposed during the national lockdown in November. With the Christmas period fast approaching, the relaxations allowed earlier have now been cancelled.
As Christmas approaches London, most parts of southern London are looking at muted Christmas celebrations. With a new strain of COVID virus rampaging through the country, UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson on Saturday announced a 4-tier restrictions for about 16.4 million people residing in these regions from today. The move comes after the detection of the new strain of the coronavirus, which according to initial reports is around 70% more infectious than its original version, but may not be that deadly.
Given the early evidence we have on this new variant of the virus, the potential risk it poses, it is with a very heavy heart, I must tell you, we cannot continue with Christmas as planned. In England, those living in Tier 4 areas should not mix with anyone outside their own household at Christmas, though support bubbles will remain in place for those at particular risk of loneliness or isolation.
Amid the fresh curbs, people will be required to stay at home except for essential reasons. All public Christmas gatherings, gyms, salons and entertainment centres will be shut too. The restrictions are similar to the last national lockdown in England in November. Earlier, UK government was planning to allow bubble celebrations for Christmas and mixing of up to 3 households on Christmas. People at many places also protested against this move of the government. Meanwhile, opposition in UK has also slammed the government for bringing in the new curbs at the 11th hour.
Millions of families across the country are going to be heartbroken by this news, having their Christmas plans ripped up. And I'm really frustrated because I raised this with the Prime Minister on Wednesday and he dismissed that and went on to tell people to have a merry little Christmas, only 3 days later to rip up their plans. And I think the British public's entitled to more decisive leadership than that. They're getting confusion where they need certainty.
Scientists and virologists continue to study the mutation of the virus and how fatal it is. Many studies believe that the new strain of the virus spreads more easily, but the evidence of causing severe illness or higher mortality by the virus still remains unclear. Bureau Report, India Today.
Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.